The word safari is derived from the Swahili word for journey. It is often said that a Kalahari safari is a spiritual experience, something we require in our busy lives to remind us of why we exist. This feeling normally comes upon you at some point during your adventure, and when it does, you will know that you will have been bitten by the Kalahari bug and will simply have to return. The Kalahari is also just north of Uppington, where one of our Springbok legends, Deen Mouton, resides. It is important for us to acknowledge our legends of the past to truly understand where we come from.
Good morning, welcome to a very cold Uppington. We're at the Uppington Museum, and today we're talking about the former Springbok legends from Uppington. I don't think many people would know there's some legends in Uppington, but today we will tell you about them. Mr. Mouton was inspiration to a lot of the youngsters. Not only the youngsters, his own teammates, because he was a Springbok in the non-racial era. He played for the old Northwest Cup. And Mr. Mouton was a very reliable line-out jumper. And you know, those days, it was very fiery. There was hitting in the racks, the guys used to go for each other. And he was one of the players that stood out. He was the captain of his team. He was actually the go-to man that made the plans. And they played the local competition, the Northwest Cup. Liga was Desert Reds, Collegians, and Wolves Rugby Football Club. And the impact that they had on the community as such is that someone from such a small town reached that accolade. They're being rewarded nationally, and so to stand out nationally, competing against all these other provinces from a little town. I don't know if people know where Uppington is. I mean, the impact that they had was huge at that time.
Well, I did my teacher training in Oudtshoorn at the college there, and it was there that I met people, rugby players, students, that really impressed me with their game. And that is where my love for rugby actually starts.
My ouers en die familie het nie gehou van kontaksport nie. En hulle het beslis nie daarvan gehou dat hy moet rugby speel.
Hoekom?
En hy is ook die enigste, ons is 6 seuns en hy is die enigste een wat net nie geluister het nie, en hulle het net eenvoudig aangegaan met sy rugby.
In those days, I played under the auspices of Secos. Secos was actually against any normal sport. We were actually seen as the enemy, as the bad guys. And we didn't receive any sponsorships. We had to do everything on our own, and we had to pay for everything. It was bad because of the fact that we were seen as against the normal rugby fraternity.
En ek het al of baie van sy wedstryde het ek bygewoon, en ek het baie gehou van die harde spel wat hy gespeel het. En my vrees was maar altyd dat hy nie moet seer kry tydens 'n wedstryd nie.
But then, of course, there were a lot of other players that they played against and with in invitation sides, in test side, and in tournaments like the Rhodes tournaments. I played in 4 Rhodes tournaments from 63 to 69, and I played against very good players, absolutely fantastic players. It was not a professional game, and we played for the love for the game, and that is why we could sacrifice a lot. At the times the facilities were poor. We couldn't get any sponsorships. But on the other hand, it was so good to meet friends, to play hard rugby on the field. But afterwards, you were the best of friends.
I played with Deen. The final, at that time the colours played the Rhodes Cup, you know. And I played with Deen. Deen was my flank, I was the scrum half, you know.
Hy het ook maar altyd die beste gegee. Daar was tye gewees wat ons gewen het, wat het lekker gegaan het, maar was ook tye wanneer 'n mens verloor. Maar ons het geleer jy moet maar verloor pad soos 'n man en jy moet daarby staan en jy verloor pad het, moenie die wêreld teenoor gaan nie. Jy moet maar net weer hard werk om bo uit te kom.
My greatest moment was when I was elected for the national Saru team in Johannesburg in 1967.
En ek sal nooit vergeet nie, speel as 'n wedstryd in WP, daar in Johannesburg, 'n toernooi wat afkom in Johannesburg. Dis waar hy ook sy klere gewerp het. Wanneer ek my kop hier optel uit die skrum, dan sien ek hy 3-4 manne getackle daar. En soos ek sê, hy is nie bang nie. Kyk, dit is wat ek altyd van hom sal onthou. Hy het 'n leeuhart gehad en hy was natuurlik ook baie vinnig van die merke. Hy was baie goed.
Maar hy was baie harde rugby speler. En hy is nou baie afgekoeld en hy is nou besadigd. Enige man kan nou maar maak wat jy wil met hom, maar nie terwyl hy rugby gespeel het.